my friends, loved ones, amazing people of the land of Facebook. I hope you are all fantastic and literally amazing and rocking into this Friday or Thursday afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, maybe Friday morning. What is it like? Let me take nearly 9 a.m. in WA. Hey, Catherine. It is like 6 p.m. or something like that in the States. And hey, Margaret. Hey, Georgina. Welcome to whatever day of the week it happens to be. My name is Nicola and I'll be your host for today. What I wanted to chat with you a little bit about is branding, and we're just going to call out the elephant in the room. So I have hair extensions in normally, right? And last month my hairdresser said to me, she's like, Nicola, we're going to have some time away from the hair extensions. I'm like, no. So my hair was like, we're doing some intense hair rehab. So I've got like rocking the very, very short hair. And we've just had like all of the little trims trimmed off. And it got me thinking because it's something that I love having long hair. I think it makes me look younger. I think it makes me feel really good. So it's really this kind of interesting thing to decide to go, all right, we're just going to rock the short hair. We're just going to do the thing. And it's just going to be however the fuck it is over the next month before we go on a Christmas holiday. So what it got me thinking about though is, how important it is to actually feel really good in your own skin, right? So like whether you've got hair extensions or not, whether you wear makeup or not, whether you've got Botox or not, whether you, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it is for you that makes you feel really good, it's really important for you to actually be able to kind of leverage it, right? Oh, thank you, Georgina. I appreciate that. I wasn't coping with it down around here. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just needs to be pulled back. It needs to be pulled back a notch. But I guess what I was thinking about was how I'm perceived in the market, right? And I know that a lot of you, you guys don't listen to me because of my hair. Hey, Janine, you guys don't listen to me because of my hair. You don't listen to me because of what the outfit I happen to be wearing. And, that might become part of the experience of us and of you, but it's not everything. It's like Gwen Stefani, my freaking, my idol. I love her. And the outfits and all of that is kind of it's all part of it. Oh, you do tune in because of my hair and what I'm wearing. Oh, thank you. Mwah, mwah. That's really cute. But, I guess what I've been thinking about is where actually, and I do get messages from people and I have had some clients of mine will say to me, I'll often just tune in to check out what you're wearing. It's kind of really funny. It is all about the outfits and the shoes. No, I didn't, Janine. I'll go check them out because I know that you love shoes as much as I do. All about the shoes. It's amazing. Oh, actually, as a completely different aside, there was a woman in one of my events last week with the national tour, which I'll talk about in a second, who was rocking some Superga, I think that's how you say it, sneakers that were rose gold and sparkly and glittery. And I'm like, I need to get me some of those. And with all the sales that are going on at the moment, I reckon I can probably find me some. So yeah, so fun. So fun. So anyway, yes, you did put me off, but you didn't put me off because it kind of talks into what I'm, the point that I'm making, which is really fun. So people don't just come and listen to you because of your style, your hair. If it's part of who you are and if it's part of your brand, I'm all about, how can I up level? How can I be a bit more rock starry? How can I be a bit more badass? That kind of stuff, right? And so it's kind of it is part of my branding, right? And part of the experience. And Janine and I actually had a conversation, a really important conversation earlier on in the year, right? And one of the conversations that we had earlier on in the year is that the part of the differentiation, excuse me, part of the differentiation piece is, yeah, it's the content and stuff like that, but we can rock star the imagery. We can rock star the stage presence. We can rock star the outfits and the shoes and that kind of stuff. And I guess like that's what I've been really playing with a lot over the years, but really a lot more even this year with building some of that experience into what it is that I do, some of the theater, right? So in an ideal world where time, money, marketing is no issue, what my ideal scenario would be, and you guys can probably relate to this, would be to have to run an event where there's costume changes and, dancers and flash mobs and, as well as having some really cool learning, obviously, and breakthroughs. That goes without saying. The whole point of you being in a room with me is so that you have a breakthrough, so that you can move forward, so that you can really find that inner rock star, so that you can get out there and use that to be more visible, to really stand out in the crowd, cut through the freaking noise that is ridiculous out there, and all of that kind of thing, right? And so, having said all of that, one thing that gets in people's way is they're like, oh, but I don't want to get all dressed up for my lives. That's great. Don't do that. Other people are like, oh, but I don't want to have to go, like, I don't have any nice clothes. I don't have any rock star clothes. I don't have this. I don't have that. That's fine. You don't have to. The thing about branding and the thing that is going to make it work for you and the way that you position yourself online is you finding that thing that was within you that you can kind of ramp up and elevate. So I've got some clients who are a bit more like alternative type. I don't mean alternative, but more like natural healer people. And if they're not gonna roll out on stage with a spiky bracelet and a gold glittery jacket, perhaps. Although I bet in their secret goals, dreams, and desires, they would also really love to. That's why they like me, right? But aside from that, like that might not be their style. Their style might be a bit more like boho chic and like natural linens and stuff like that. And that is absolutely fine. The thing about branding, the thing about making work, the thing about really creating something that is memorable is that it has to come from within with who you are, and then just ratchet it up a notch or two, right? So if you're not a makeup person, don't worry about it. If you're like sport girl, like sporty spice, then rock the shit out of that and just find a way to kind of like bring it up. And I guess this is where it was really interesting, like my thought process today. And actually, like, I don't know if you guys remember a couple of months ago, I went maybe, I went 2 weeks without the extensions in. And I just, every day I had it pulled right back because I'm just like, dying. So, it's not all about the hair. It's not all about the makeup. It's not all about the outfits and stuff like that. But for those of you who do have that within you, then it can be part of the experience of how people experience you. So a brand isn't a logo. Your brand isn't like the black and white walls, right? Although I'm rocking the regrowth, the black regrowth and the white blonde, like I'm all about that over the next month, and kind of like ramping that up a little bit actually. So I guess, a lot of people are like, oh, well, what about my colors? What about my logo? What about this, that, and the other? The question and the thing that you should all be focusing on, particularly as we roll into 2020, is how do I want people to feel about me, about you? Like, I'm not asking how you want to feel about me. I know you love me. So how do you want people to feel about you? What kind of experience do you want to create for them when they come into contact with you? For me, it's about being edgy. It's about pushing the boundaries a little bit, being a little bit rebellious, but doing things in our way versus the way that, everybody says that we have to do them. And what is it for you? It might be the same. It might be a little bit different. Like, I don't know. So I think the thing is, the key here is about channeling your thing, right? What is it that you want to step into? So one of the things that I got the crew to do when we were in, not my crew, but like my people at Visible Live, was to just work out what is the word, an elevated word that you're going to use to really like harness this stuff for next year. Now, some of the words that we had were things like Braveheart. We had Rebel Game Changer. We had Bullshit Slayer. We've had, Fearless Warrior. We've had, oh my golly, I can't think of it. Unapologetically Raw. We've had Unleashed, Fully Unleashed. So, you know, there are words that you can gravitate to, that you can really hold on to, that will absolutely elevate you. So my words for this year is like badass rock star. My word for last year, I think, was foundations, you know, which isn't very visceral, but my whole year for 2018 was all about building really strong, solid foundations. But it didn't really, probably should have been Phoenix, actually, if I was thinking about it now. But it was just foundations. I needed to feel really, really safe in 2018. This year is just, and then next year it's going to be different again. So what word can you come up with that will help you to kind of like establish a bit of a almost like a brand story around you, but not a brand story in like the typical marketing way, but more of a brand energy, I guess, like an inner energy that you can really harness and use to elevate you. All right, Janine, about to be naughty. In a workshop last week where, yes, awesome shoes, she said blowjob by accident, not quite sure, can't remember what I was supposed to say, but they remember you. Well, that's like total rock star, right? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Interesting. So there you go. That's my little story today on the short hair story. And the link to branding and how we make people feel and the experience that they have of you. For me, I really like to feel good, and I know that when I feel good, I present better. And part of the way that I feel better and the way that I feel good is by looking good by my measure. The makeup and the red lipstick and, you know, the black clothes most of the time isn't so much for you guys. It's for me, with how I'm able to really kind of pull these different elements out. So what is it for you? How can you best get leverage over yourself, over your energy, so that you can absolutely be the best, most influential person that you can possibly be in all areas of your world? So that is my story today. I trust that you'll have a fantastic, awesome, and amazing day. If you are not in Social Rebels yet, then why not? Why don't you come in and play? We've got 10 weeks, like literally 10 weeks over, like starting today actually, with building everything that you could possibly want in terms of like the branding and the branding story. We're going into planning, we're getting into the strategy, we're getting into the tactics, we're doing everything that you could possibly want, dream, desire, so that you can really leverage this world of online and start making money, start making more money, start helping more people. Maybe you're looking at transitioning from one-on-one delivery to more of a one-to-many. Your personal brand is at the core of everything that you do. So if you're not in Social Rebels yet, then I think you probably should be. You can join it at www.nicolamoras.com.au/social rebels. We have our first call going live in literally 90 minutes, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. And we actually go live every Friday at 1:30 Sydney time. So get on in. It's like $2,000 for the whole entire 10 weeks if you go into this round here. So it's like, listen, it's like $200 a week for you to be able to have some really powerful conversations, coaching, training. And I know that you'll probably make 10, 20 times that. But I don't know. I reckon you can easily add 100K learning this stuff that you're going to learn through here. You'll easily be able to add $100,000 to your business in 2020. That's kind of like no brainer. Maybe even double that, right? So the return on investment's insane. I know it's everything that I know that I've learned, that's worked for me, that's worked for my clients, is packed into an 8-week delivery. but spread it. Sorry, an 8-module delivery over 10 weeks for this particular round because you get a break over Christmas for you to be able to implement. So there you go, my friends. Have a rocking and amazing Friday afternoon. I will definitely be talking to you. If not before, I will speak with you either at 1:30 today or over the weekend, but most likely Monday. So have an amazing time. Stay safe, stay happy. Get out there, go help some people. Hey, Rachel, I will talk to you later on today. Meanwhile, remember the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. I can't wait to see you guys really soon.